13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do Summary. What's the story of 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do? 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do by Amy Morin is a guide that empowers individuals to cultivate mental strength by addressing destructive habits and fostering positive behaviors. Who's the author of 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do? Written by Amy Morin, a psychotherapist and licensed clinical social worker. The book provides practical insights to help readers take charge of their emotions, thoughts, and actions. Morin draws on her expertise to offer a roadmap for overcoming fears and embracing a life characterized by resilience and fulfillment. Throughout the book, Morin outlines 13 key things that mentally strong people avoid, offering valuable tips, inspiring anecdotes, and actionable strategies to build mental fortitude. Whose 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do Summary for anyone fascinated by the dynamics of motivation, inspiration, and personal development, and for those wishing to learn how to maximize their power to their greatest benefit. Why read 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do Summary? Amy Morin shares a deeply personal experience that became the catalyst for the book's creation. Struggling with the loss of her mother, husband, and the news of her new father-in-law's cancer diagnosis, Morin found herself at her lowest point in 2013. It was during this challenging period that she penned a letter to herself, outlining 13 things that mentally strong individuals avoid. This list, initially a personal reflection, gained immense traction when Morin shared it on her blog. The article went viral, resonating with millions and prompting Morin to expand her insights into a best-selling book translated into 40 languages. The upcoming 13 sections of the book promise to provide real-life examples illustrating each of the 13 habits that mentally strong people avoid. Morin uses these examples to demonstrate how these negative habits can be replaced with more constructive ones. The overarching goal is to equip readers with a personal toolbox to navigate life's inevitable challenges. In this summary, you'll learn how to take calculated risks, the benefits of collaboration over competition, and the importance of earning rather than just deserving. 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do Lessons. 1. Don't pity yourself. Amy Morin illustrates this key idea through a simple observation of two drivers involved in a minor car accident. While both experienced the same incident, their reactions differed significantly. The first driver responded with gratitude, feeling fortunate that no serious harm occurred. In contrast, the second driver succumbed to self-pity, expressing frustration and a sense of victimhood. Morin emphasizes that self-pity, a behavior mentally strong individuals avoid, can be detrimental. It fosters a negative mindset, where individuals focus on their problems, complain about life's unfairness, and overlook positive experiences. To combat self-pity, Morin recommends cultivating gratitude. Gratitude serves as a powerful antidote to self-pity. Morin suggests taking a moment to reflect on the good things that have happened and keeping a gratitude journal. Regularly acknowledging at least one thing to be grateful for each day can reshape one's perspective. Additionally, expressing gratitude aloud to others reinforces a positive mindset. Ultimately, the goal is to shift from a self-destructive mindset to one where challenges are viewed with appreciation for the positives that endure. This shift aligns with the characteristics of mentally strong individuals. Next. 2. Don't let other people have power over you. Amy Morin introduces this idea through the story of Lauren, a mother facing challenges with her overbearing mother-in-law. Lauren's inability to set boundaries and speak up allowed her mother-in-law's actions to dictate her feelings and behaviors. This lack of assertiveness is identified as a habit that mentally strong individuals avoid, letting others have power over them. Morin highlights various manifestations of this habit, such as being susceptible to criticism, easily provoked to anger by others, or guilt-tripped into unwanted actions. All these scenarios indicate a surrendering of personal power. To regain control, Morin advises adopting assertiveness and setting boundaries. In Lauren's case, she and her husband had a respectful yet clear conversation with her mother-in-law. They established boundaries, including scheduled visits instead of unannounced drop-ins and a prohibition on criticizing parenting choices. Though challenging initially, Lauren's mother-in-law adapted, resulting in Lauren reclaiming control over her family life and personal well-being. This key idea underscores the importance of not allowing external factors or people to dictate one's emotions and actions, promoting mental strength through assertiveness and boundary setting. Additionally, Morin touches on the concept of forgiveness, as holding on to resentment can also relinquish personal power. Onwards. 3. Don't go after the all-or-nothing change. Amy Morin introduces this key idea through the story of Richard, who faced the challenge of making lifestyle changes after being diagnosed with diabetes. The difficulty of change, particularly when overwhelmed with radical goals, is emphasized. Mentally strong individuals, however, approach change with a strategic mindset. The primary advice is to avoid overwhelming oneself with too much change at once, a mistake Richard initially made. Instead, mentally strong people break down their ambitions into smaller, more achievable goals, opting for incremental changes. In Richard's case, shifting from the daunting goal of losing 75 pounds to a more manageable target of 5 pounds became a pivotal adjustment. Morin further recommends crafting a plan with concrete action steps. Richard's success came from creating a food journal, preparing lunches instead of eating out, and scheduling regular gym visits. The emphasis is on realistic and achievable daily actions that contribute to the broader goal. This key idea underscores the importance of embracing change, but doing so in a measured and strategic manner. By avoiding the all-or-nothing approach and focusing on manageable steps, mentally strong individuals make change less daunting and increase the likelihood of success. 4. Don't get upset for things you can't control. In this key idea, Amy Morin highlights the detrimental impact of getting upset over things beyond one's control through the story of James. James, driven by his desire for control, becomes infuriated when he learns that his ex-wife took their daughter whale watching just a week before his planned outing. His reaction ends up spoiling the precious time he had with his daughter. The key lesson here is that mentally strong individuals cultivate a balanced sense of control, understanding what they can and cannot influence. They invest their time and energy wisely by focusing on what's within their sphere of influence. The first crucial step is acknowledging that certain things are beyond one's control, such as a child's academic performance, others' choices, or uncontrollable events like illnesses or weather. Once this acknowledgement is made, mentally strong individuals redirect their focus to what they can influence and make the best out of those circumstances. In James' case, he learned to accept that he couldn't change his ex-wife's actions or control her time with their daughter. Instead of dwelling on this, he chose to maximize the enjoyment of the time he had with his daughter, fostering a healthier and more positive approach to the situation. Next. 5. Don't be afraid to say no. Meet Megan, a person constantly caught in the web of stress. The demands seemed unending, from baking muffins for Sunday service to babysitting for her sister and accommodating last-minute favors from her cousin. The root cause of Megan's perpetual stress was her difficulty in uttering a simple word, no. In essence, Megan was a people pleaser. While being kind is admirable, being excessively agreeable poses a problem. Individuals who are too nice often find themselves easily taken advantage of. The fear of disagreement prompts them to say yes even when it conflicts with their own needs. The constant concern about others' opinions leads them to alter their behavior to appear more likable, often at the expense of their own desires. The downside of such behavior is clear: a perpetual focus on meeting others' needs leaves one's own unmet. This not only induces extreme stress, but can also strain relationships, as seen in Megan's case. Her constant acquiescence to her cousin's short-term requests led to frustration and irritability toward her own family, sometimes even causing her to miss important moments like dinner or bedtime with her kids. For those recognizing the traits of an overly agreeable personality, there are 2 valuable tips to consider. Tip 1. Realize that it's not your responsibility to make everyone happy all the time. Accept that others, like you, are capable of handling negative emotions. It's okay if someone feels upset or disappointed, it's not the end of the world. Tip 2. Adopt a practical approach when someone asks for a favor. Take some time before responding with a yes or no. Amy Morin, the author, provided Megan with a script to navigate these situations. For instance, Megan could respond by saying, "Thanks for asking. Let me check my calendar, and then I'll get back to you shortly." This simple script allowed her to create space and made it easier to assert the powerful word no when necessary. Onwards. 6. Don't be afraid to say yes to risk. Consider Dale, who harbored a long-standing dream of opening his own furniture store. When he shared this dream with his wife, he faced skepticism and eye-rolling. The stable job as a high school teacher seemed like the safer choice. Despite the external pressures, Dale found himself growing increasingly frustrated, defeated, and depressed as he attempted to suppress his true aspirations. It became a dilemma that begged the question, what should he do? This scenario reflects a common inclination among people to shy away from risk-taking. Fear of making decisions and envisioning worst-case scenarios often holds them back. Instead of pursuing their dreams, they find themselves stuck in a cycle of rumination, contemplating what life could have been if only they had dared to take certain actions. Mentally strong individuals, however, approach risks differently. They engage in calculated risk-taking, a process that involves two essential steps: assessing potential dangers and benefits. They seek a comprehensive and realistic understanding of the potential risks and rewards involved. Questions like what is the worst thing that can happen, and what is the best thing that can happen, guide their evaluation. Adjusting risks appropriately, recognizing that life decisions are not strictly binary, mentally strong individuals avoid an all-or-nothing mentality. They find a middle ground and identify ways to modify and mitigate risks. In Dale's case, he realized that he could maintain the safety of his daytime job while pursuing his passion for running a furniture shop. Starting on a part-time basis during evenings and weekends, and considering online sales before committing to a physical storefront, allowed him to take a calculated risk without jeopardizing stability. Dale's story illustrates the core principle embraced by mentally strong individuals: the willingness to take calculated risks, acknowledging both potential setbacks and opportunities, and finding a balanced approach that aligns with their goals and aspirations. Next. 7. Don't dwell on your past. Gloria's relationship with her 28-year-old daughter was strained, marked by self-destructive patterns. Gloria, burdened by guilt and shame for not being there during her daughter's younger years, inadvertently enabled the destructive behavior. She found herself stuck in the past, unable to move forward. This narrative imparts a valuable lesson: to foster mental strength, one must cease dwelling on the past. Dwelling can manifest in various forms, from replaying scenes repeatedly to wondering about alternative life paths or seeking solutions in past relationships. While some retrospective reflection is healthy, excessive dwelling proves destructive. So, how does one break free from this cycle? The key lies in coming to terms with the past and intentionally shifting focus toward the future. Acceptance: acknowledge that certain events are unchangeable, regardless of your actions. This may involve forgiving those who caused you pain. Acceptance is the first step towards mental liberation. Move forward, actively redirect your thoughts away from past events. When you catch yourself spiraling into retrospection, consciously replace those thoughts. Engage in activities that spark enthusiasm about the future, like planning a vacation or setting new goals. Cultivating a habit of forward thinking weakens the tendency for the mind to dwell on the past. It's essential to recognize that habits can manifest on three interconnected levels: thoughts, behavior, and emotions. Gloria's challenge was predominantly rooted in her thought patterns. This contrasts with Richard, who struggled with habitual behavior related to weight loss, and James, whose emotional responses were triggered by past events. Understanding these three levels of mental strength, thoughts, behavior, and emotions, offers a holistic approach to enhancing resilience. Improvements in one area can positively impact the others, fostering a dynamic interplay that contributes to overall mental strength. Awareness of these interconnected levels is crucial for effective and sustainable development. Next. 8. Don't repeat your mistakes. Embark on a journey to mid-19th century Massachusetts, where businessman Roland Macy faced a pivotal moment. His initial dry goods store failed due to a poorly chosen location, leading him into debt. Undeterred, Macy analyzed this setback, learning a crucial lesson. When he opened Macy's in downtown New York next, it became a global retail giant. Macy's now holds an annual fall parade, a testament to Macy's ability to adapt and learn from past errors. This underscores a trait common among mentally strong individuals, the commitment to study and glean insights from mistakes to prevent their repetition. To effectively learn from missteps, adopt a reflective approach when things go awry. Ask yourself pertinent questions. What went wrong? How could I have handled it better? What changes can I implement moving forward? The transformative step from identifying necessary changes to executing them lies in the cultivation of self-discipline. Here are 3 practical methods to foster self-discipline and break free from detrimental habits. Keep your eyes on the goal. Envision the satisfaction of reaching your objective. Visualize the sense of accomplishment, making it easier to persevere on days when distractions beckon, like the temptation to relax in front of the TV rather than working on your novel. Compile a list of mistakes. Create a list of past mistakes you aim to avoid. Carry this list with you and, when faced with the potential repetition of an error, revisit it. This tangible reminder reinforces your commitment to steering clear of detrimental patterns. Create obstacles to mistakes. Introduce barriers to prevent recurring mistakes. Suppose your goal is to save money for a dream trip, but you tend to overspend during outings with friends. Take a small amount of cash and leave your credit card at home before heading out. This simple action reduces the likelihood of impulsive spending. By integrating these practices into your life, you empower yourself to break free from detrimental habits and reinforce a disciplined approach to personal growth. Moving on. 9. Don't envy successful people. Ever felt a pang of envy scrolling through your peers' seemingly perfect lives on social media? You're not alone. In 2013, a study titled Envy on Facebook, a hidden threat to users' life satisfaction, revealed the negative impact of comparing oneself to others online. The emotions triggered by others' successes, especially vacation photos or birthday wishes, can lead to resentment. Resentment, a feeling mentally strong individuals avoid, often arises from insecurities and a lack of clarity about personal desires. If you find yourself secretly despising a friend's new Tesla, it could be a sign of unclear goals or unexplored aspirations. Understanding your definition of success is crucial. For instance, if your goal is to bike more to work, a neighbor's new car won't trigger resentment because it doesn't align with your aspirations. To overcome resentment, consider 2 key strategies. Clarity about personal success. Define success on your terms. Reflect on your aspirations and set clear goals. When you have a well-defined path, the achievements of others are less likely to elicit negative emotions. Shift from competition to collaboration. Instead of viewing life as a perpetual competition, embrace a collaborative mindset. Rather than harboring resentment toward a successful friend or family member, seek their guidance. Asking for tips and learning from their experiences fosters a positive connection, making it challenging to maintain feelings of resentment. By cultivating a clear understanding of personal goals and fostering a collaborative approach, you pave the way for enhanced satisfaction, growth, and harmonious relationships with those around you. Life becomes less about competition and more about mutual support and shared success. Next. 10. Don't give up easily. Thomas Edison's journey to inventing the light bulb included numerous failures, such as the electric pen and the ghost machine. Unlike common perspectives on failure, Edison saw these attempts as valuable learning opportunities. Each failure brought him closer to success, illustrating a mindset that mentally strong individuals adopt. Contrary to this mindset, many people perceive failure as a source of shame, leading them to avoid challenges and give up easily. Overcoming this requires a shift in beliefs about success and failure. 2 crucial tips can guide this transformation. Challenge unhealthy beliefs. Discard limiting beliefs about success being solely dependent on talent or intelligence. Scientifically, consistent practice often surpasses natural talent, and perseverance outweighs high IQ. Regular effort and dedication can outshine initial advantages, emphasizing the importance of persistence. Cultivate self-compassion. Adopting a self-compassionate attitude during challenging times is essential. People tend to be their harshest critics, fostering feelings of inadequacy. Instead, treat yourself with the kindness and understanding you'd extend to a friend facing difficulties. Embrace imperfections, as self-compassion fosters a realistic perspective on possibilities and limitations. By reframing failure as a vital component of the learning process and practicing self-compassion, you can develop mental strength, resilience, and a healthier approach to facing challenges. Remember, setbacks are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. Onwards. 11. Don't be afraid to be alone. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, the concept of spending time alone can seem unproductive or even intimidating to many. However, mentally strong individuals recognize the importance of solitude for mental well-being, life satisfaction, and stress management. They understand that being alone provides an opportunity to recharge and reflect. To become more comfortable with solitude and reap its benefits, consider the following strategies. Schedule alone time. Allocate specific time slots for yourself in your calendar. Treat this solo time as non-negotiable, informing friends and family that you won't be available during these periods. By prioritizing alone time, you actively acknowledge its significance. Engage in meaningful solitary activities. When spending time alone, choose activities that bring joy and allow for self-reflection. Avoid mindlessly scrolling through social media or watching random videos. Instead, delve into activities like journaling, where you can express your thoughts, feelings, and reflections. Explore meditation and mindfulness. Incorporate meditation and mindfulness practices into your routine. These techniques help quiet the mind, cultivate a sense of peace, and enhance resilience. Meditation, in particular, can be a powerful tool to slow down racing thoughts and promote better sleep. Take inspiration from individuals like Vanessa, who, despite a hectic lifestyle, made meditation and mindfulness a part of her evening routine. By embracing solitude and integrating practices that encourage self-reflection, you can strengthen your mental resilience and improve overall well-being. Remember, alone time is not a luxury but a necessity for a balanced and resilient mind. Onwards. 12. Don't think the world owes you anything. Many of us harbor a subtle sense of entitlement, believing that the world owes us something. This entitlement mentality can manifest in various ways, from expecting special treatment to feeling exempt from certain rules or thinking that life should be inherently fair. Lucas, a young professional, exemplified this behavior by acting like a know-it-all and demanding a promotion without earning it. To overcome an entitlement mentality and foster a more positive and collaborative approach, consider the following steps. Raise awareness. Recognize and acknowledge any signs of entitlement in your thought patterns. This could include thinking you're exceptional or that certain rules don't apply to you. Awareness is the first step toward change. Embrace humility. Understand that, like everyone else, you have weaknesses and imperfections. Embrace humility by acknowledging that you are not perfect and that there's always room for improvement. This shift in perspective allows for personal growth. Receive feedback gracefully. Instead of dismissing feedback or criticism, approach it with an open mind. Understand that others may have valuable insights, and their perspectives can contribute to your development. Resist the urge to immediately reject feedback as unfair or irrelevant. Focus on giving. Shift your mindset from expecting to receive to actively giving. Concentrate on contributing value to your relationships, workplace, or community. When you prioritize giving, you create a positive and collaborative environment that others are drawn to. Learn and grow. Just as Lucas did, commit to personal growth and a willingness to learn from others. Drop the know-it-all attitude and adopt a mindset that values continuous improvement. This not only benefits your personal development but also enhances your relationships with those around you. By embracing humility, valuing critical feedback, and prioritizing giving over taking, you can break free from an entitlement mentality. This shift in mindset not only improves your interactions with others, but also increases your chances of success and recognition for your efforts. Next. 13. Don't expect immediate results. In a world accustomed to instant gratification, the story of Marcy highlights the common struggle with impatience. Many people seek quick fixes and immediate results, whether in personal development, career advancements, or overall life satisfaction. However, mentally strong individuals understand that achievements take time, and progress may not always be immediately apparent. To embrace the long haul and cultivate a mindset conducive to sustained success, consider the following steps. Set realistic expectations. Avoid setting unrealistic expectations for immediate success. Recognize that meaningful changes and achievements often require time, effort, and perseverance. Establish realistic timelines for your goals, understanding that progress may be gradual. Avoid fixed deadlines. While having a general timeline is helpful, avoid rigid and unyielding deadlines that create an all-or-nothing mindset. Life is dynamic, and circumstances may change. Be flexible in adjusting your goals and timelines as needed. Practice perseverance. Develop the ability to persevere through challenges and setbacks. Understand that the journey toward long-term goals is not always smooth, and obstacles are a natural part of the process. Instead of getting discouraged, view challenges as opportunities for growth. Say no to instant gratification. Train yourself to resist the allure of instant gratification. Whether it's avoiding unhealthy snacks, impulsive purchases, or shortcuts, practicing self-discipline contributes to building resilience and patience over time. Celebrate milestones. **** Break down larger goals into smaller, manageable objectives. Celebrate achievements at each milestone, acknowledging the progress made. This not only boosts morale, but also provides the motivation needed for the ongoing journey. By cultivating realistic expectations, embracing flexibility, practicing perseverance, resisting instant gratification, and celebrating incremental victories, you position yourself for long-term success. The ability to navigate the journey with patience and resilience is a hallmark of mental strength, leading to meaningful accomplishments and personal growth over time. 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. Review. To enhance your mental strength and lead a more fulfilling life, consider the following key principles. Avoid self-pity. Refrain from indulging in self-pity, and instead, focus on proactive solutions to challenges. Retain personal power. Never surrender your power to external influences. Take control of your own decisions and actions. Embrace change. Welcome change as a natural part of life, fostering adaptability and resilience. Focus on controllables. Direct your energy towards factors within your control, letting go of unnecessary worry about uncontrollable aspects. Break free from people-pleasing. Release the pressure to please everyone, as it can lead to stress and hinder personal growth. Take calculated risks. Don't shy away from risks, but approach them thoughtfully and with a clear understanding of potential outcomes. Leave the past behind. Stop dwelling on past events. Instead, accept, learn, and actively shape your future. Learn from mistakes. Avoid repeating mistakes by analyzing them, learning valuable lessons, and adjusting your approach. Cultivate a positive outlook on others' success. Overcome resentment towards others' success by focusing on collaboration and self-awareness. Persist in the face of failure. Don't be discouraged by initial failures. Practice self-compassion, learn from mistakes, and persist in your endeavors. Confront fear of solitude. Develop comfort with being alone, utilizing practices like meditation to enhance resilience. Guard against entitlement. Acknowledge your imperfections, receive feedback humbly, and avoid entitlement attitudes. Exercise patience. Recognize that meaningful progress takes time, and cultivate patience while celebrating smaller milestones along the way. 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. Quotes. Amy Morin quotes, "Developing mental strength isn't about having to be the best at everything. It also isn't about earning the most money or achieving the biggest accomplishments. Instead, developing mental strength means knowing that you'll be okay no matter what happens." Amy Morin. Learning from each mistake requires self-awareness and humility, but it can be one of the biggest keys to reaching your full potential. Amy Morin. Retaining your power is about being confident in who you are and the choices you make, despite the people around you and the circumstances you're in. Amy Morin. If you want to avoid repeating a mistake, spend some time studying it. Set any negative feelings you might have aside, acknowledge the factors that led up to your misstep, and learn from it. Amy Morin. We do not heal the past by dwelling there, we heal the past by living fully in the present. Marianne Williamson. Amy Morin. When we hate our enemies, we are giving them power over us, power over our sleep, our appetites, our blood pressure, our health, and our happiness. Dale Carnegie. Amy Morin. When you learn to let go of the details you can't control, The amount of time and energy you'll be able to devote to the things you can control will give you the ability to accomplish incredible feats. Amy Morin. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Nelson Mandela. Amy Morin. Deliberate practice is more important than natural talent. Although we're often led to believe that we're either gifted with natural-born talent or we aren't, most talents can be cultivated through hard work. Amy Morin. Each time you avoid saying no to something you really don't want, you give away your power. Amy Morin.